In the previous lecture, we were talking about the decimation in time. So, how to decimate the given sequence in time domain. So, we divided the given sequences into even and odd samples, and we were talking about that we will get the bit reversed sequence. So, what is this bit reversed sequence? Let us try to understand. The meaning of bit reversed is, for example, see here. Just now, let us try to understand what is the meaning of this bit reversed sequence. Okay. Now here we are having 0 here. Okay, so what is the binary representation of 0? It is 0 0 and 0. So this is not 0 0 0. 3-bit representation is 0 0 0. Okay, now what is the binary representation of 1? It is 0 0 1. Okay, now the binary representation of 2 is 0 1 0. Then 3 is 0 1 1. Then we have 1 0 0, 1 0 1, 1 1 0, and 1 1 1. So these are the 8 samples that we represent in the 3-bit binary. Now if we bit reversed these sequences, so bit reverse order of 0 0 0 will be 0 0 0, right? Bit reversed order of 001 will be 100, because this is 001, we are writing it in the reverse fashion, so reverse fashion will be 100. So 010, this will remain same, so here it is 010, it will remain same. We are having 011. Okay, so this bit reverse order will be 110. So next will be 110. Here we are having 100, so this will be 001. You are writing in the reverse fashion. 101, it will be same. So 101. 110 will become 011. So this will be 011. And finally we are having 111. So this is again same as 111. Now if you see, if you write the binary, if you write the decimal equivalent of this is, so this is 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Okay, but now if you see the binary, the decimal equivalent of this is 0. So 100 is how much? It is 4. 010 is 2. 110 is 6. Okay, so 0426. So here we are getting 0426, and this is 001. So 101 is 5, and 011 is 3, and 111 is 7. So we are getting 1 5 3 and 7. So this is how we get the sequence. So first thing what we have to do is we have to bit reverse order of the sequence, that is we have to go on decimating the sequence until we get the bit reversed order. Now this will be our input sequence to the FFT algorithm. So we are going to give the sequence in the bit reversed order. So given sequence is in the normal order, but we are going to give the bit reversed version of the given sequence as an input to our algorithm. So this is step number 1. What is step number 2? Step number 2 is we have to compute these Tweedle factors. So W20, W40, W41, W80, W81, W82 and W83. Now this Tweedle factors we have to compute, and we have seen how to compute these Tweedle factors. So normally see here, if you see W20, how to write this W20? So W20 is equal to e raised to minus j 2 pi. Now here in this nk is 0. So 2 pi 0 divided by capital N. So what is capital N here? It is 2. So it is e raised to 0. So it is equal to e raised to 0, because anything raised to 0 is 1. So this is e raised to 0. This is equal to 1. This is how we compute the Tweedle factor. Similarly, we can compute W82. So W82 will be e raised to minus j 2 pi nk. So what is nk here? So nk is 2 divided by, what is n here? So n is, capital N is 8. So this is 8. So 2 2s are 4. So 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are 8. So what we get here, e raised to minus j pi by 2. So what is e raised to minus j pi by 2? It is according to Euler's identity. E raised to minus j theta is cos theta minus j sin theta. So cos pi by 2 minus sin pi by 2. So cos pi by 2 is 0, sin pi by 2 is 1. So it will be minus j. So the value of this twiddle factor will be minus j. So in this way you have to compute all the twiddle factors. Now these twiddle factors we will be required in our signal flow graph. So you have to compute these twiddle factors. We have done the computation of these twiddle factors when we solved the numericals for discrete Fourier transform. Now after computing the twiddle factors, we have to draw the butterfly structure for 8-point DIT FFT. Okay, so this is step number 3. Okay, so remember the step number 3, after computing the twiddle factors, we have to draw the butterfly structure. Now what is that butterfly structure, we will come to know shortly. But before drawing that butterfly structure, we have to understand the 2-point butterfly of DIT FFT, that is basic 2-point butterfly. Now what is this basic 2-point butterfly structure? So this is the basic butterfly for DIT FFT. So these are the inputs A and B. So here we have the twiddle factor WNR, and here we have the output. So this is a butterfly. This structure looks like a butterfly, that's why it is called as a butterfly. Now this is the basic butterfly. This basic butterfly we will be using in our signal flow graph. So how does the computation take place in the butterfly? So this small a goes directly here. Okay, this b gets multiplied by WNR, and here is the arrow, so it goes here directly, and you have to add these two values. So this, at this point we will get the output, capital A is equal to this A plus B into WNR. So this is the output of the first node. What is the output of the second node? So this A will come here directly. So this A, now this B will get multiplied by WNR, but here there is a minus 1 sign. So there it is a minus 1. So when BWNR gets multiplied by minus 1, so this becomes minus WNR into B. So we will get B is equal to A minus WNR B. So these two are very important computations. So these two are the computations of the basic butterfly. So we have to use this computation for in our signal flow graph. So this is our basic butterfly. So for DIT FFT algorithm, we will be making use of this basic butterfly structure for computing the 2-point DFT. Now this 2-point DFTs will be used further in our signal flow graph for computing all the computations of all the points. So here it was only 2 inputs, but normally when we are computing 8-point DFT, so n is equal to 8. So when n is equal to 8, there will be 8 number of input samples. So in this way, how many butterflies you are going to get? You are going to get 4 butterflies, because for each butterfly there are only 2 inputs. So when we take 4 butterflies, we will get 4 butterflies, then we will have 8 inputs. Okay, so similarly, so that's why we are having here 4 different butterflies. So this is our first butterfly, second butterfly, third butterfly, and fourth butterfly. And if you see that this is same like this, so whatever we had drawn here, so our inputs are now 0, 4, 2, 6, 1, 5, 3, 7. Why like this? Because the input should be in the bit reversed order. So we have seen that we have to change the input in the bit reversed order. So here we were having 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but here in the bit reversed order we are going to get it as 0, 4, 2, 6, 1, 5, 3, 7. So we are giving the input here as 0, 4, 2, 6, 1, 5, 3 and 7. Okay, so this is our the inputs to the butterfly, and this is the basic butterfly. So here it was WNR. So our here twiddle factor is W20, 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 and here we are having minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. So what will be the value of V110? It will be x of 0 plus x of 4 into W20 as per the previous calculation. And what will be the output of V11 of 1? X of 0 minus W20 into x of 4. So this is the basic computation. So we have to remember these two formulas, which is used to compute the butterfly outputs. Okay, so in this way all these outputs are computed. So this is our first stage of calculation in DIT FFT.